Now, we have session 5 of Empowered Success because there's a next step, right? They've had the class, they've been through the introduction, they've got oils on them, they're feeling good, they're smelling good. Now what? Now what happens? Now we're going to be going to the Live Guide. So get out the Live. I quite honestly, this is my favorite one. I was most excited. I love them all, but I was most excited about this one because of its flow. It's just the most beautiful, beautiful piece of art. It really lays out what's going to happen for them now moving forward in their doTERRA journey. And the best person in all of doTERRA, I feel, to present this information to you is someone that many of you already know. Her knowledge I'm often envious of because it's deep. She knows everything about health and wellness. I counsel with her regularly, even last night. I was sending her a text, Laura, what about this? She's not only one of our greatest leaders in doTERRA as a U.S. founder and a double diamond, but she represents our culture of education. So please give a huge, warm welcome to Laura Jacobs.
Thank you, Justin. I, like you, agree that the Live Guide is the climax, right? This is like the ultimate place to take people. And so again, we're in our pathway here with our new builder. And what's really important here is they just hosted that class. Now, if they're just hosting, right, they're not a builder, they're not in this pathway, they just decided to host, which is fabulous. They love this so much, they wanted to share with people they love. Whose responsibility is it to do the follow-up? And is it somebody's responsibility? It's a big deal, right? So if you came and presented, you need to make sure these people feel loved and welcomed and know how to move into this lifestyle. For the new builder, this is also a really critical part of their experience. And when Justin goes through the launch guide, you're going to see this, that it's vital that in part of their onboarding and training, they know how to do lifestyle overviews. This is one of the very first skills. We want you to know how to share, right? Through sampling and storytelling. We want you to know how to invite and how to get, quote, butts in seats, right, successfully. How do you motivate people to come to a presentation? And 3, we want you to know how to follow up with your enrollments. Those are your first 3 skill sets as a builder, okay? So really big part of that experience for them. Once again, reminding you that we're hiring the guides to work for us. And this particular employee, the Live Guide, has a job title. Oh, my page is missing. Oh no, sorry, I stuck this slide in here. Fooled myself, sorry. Let me try that again. Okay, so we're hiring the guides to work for us. So let's talk a little bit more about the job that we've hired the Lifestyle Overview Live Guide to do for us. This context here, again, pay attention when Justin gets up with the launch guide, because that whole process of teaching a builder how to do a lifestyle overview is laid out for them here. Okay, so we're not just throwing them in without any guidance. There's a whole outlined agenda for them to know what to do. Okay, so our job title for our Live Guide is to enroll people in LRP. Now again, I get to hang out with some amazing people, and a big shout out to Paul Ovens. Paul and Vanessa Ovens have exploded doTERRA Australia. They are amazing people, and Paul comes from a very, very strong sales background, more than 15 years in selling industry, and he has brilliantly helped us understand more about the purpose of this moment. This is your second enrollment. And here's what Paul would tell you. He would say, you can buy no insurance for your business. Like try to go down to Farm Bureau and say, can I take out a policy on my doTERRA business? And they will say no. But Paul will tell you, this 1 hour of your time, this is your insurance policy. This is how you retain people, is to make sure they understand, they go home with a box and they're like, I don't know what I got here. This is how we breathe life into that box for them. So again, in your launch guide, what is shown for you is the purpose and the intention of this experience. Number 1, we're helping every new member. Number 1, to use the products that they have. I love the Melina Harrison promise as she models the clothes. She always says to her audience, I don't want you to ever buy anything that you don't know how to use. So we want to make good on that promise. Number 2, how to set up a daily wellness plan. This isn't about putting these things up on just the top shelf of the cabinet. Why did we tell them all 3 parts of the cabinet? Because the top part is the things you grab. We need to be prepared for life. The middle cabinet, that's how you take care of yourself every day, right? Pamper yourself. And the bottom shelf in the cabinet is how to make sure you're having those daily wellness habits. So we need to show them how to put that to work. Number 3, how to maximize this amazing membership they have, how to get connected to resources and a community. Do you know how many people want a sense of belonging? And how many of you feel like you died and went to heaven on communities? We were down in Arizona for the Blue Diamond Presidential Diamond Summit, and we had a mastermind afterward. And I remember looking around, and I've got 5 kids, and just thinking, I wish this on my kids. I wish a social experience like this. Because, I have an 18-year-old who's a senior in high school, and she comes home a little disappointed some days in her social experience. And I thought, I wish this in her future, to hang around with the caliber of people that we are and how we love on each other. It's just an amazing place to be. And there are lots of people who are, again, not only starving for hope, they're starving for community. And what if you're that first person in your family to get weird and use natural solutions? You're bizarre. And so you're like, you lose all your confidence, right? You start doubting yourself. Am I a bad mom because I won't do this anymore, or because I do this now? How important is it for a young mother to be part of a community of moms, for example, who are totally into that and having success? And she can go, okay, I've got some confidence here in the decision I'm making. I was that pioneer in my family, and it was because I had communities of people to hang out with that spurred me on. That can make all the difference in someone's life. And then lastly, again, we're inviting them to join us in our efforts to change lives. So I want you to open up with me, if you will, and I'm going to do this right along with you. I want you to open up your Live Guide and turn to these first 2 pages. Because if this is all I got to talk to you about the Live Guide, this would be enough. Because I want you to understand that we are laying out the culture of the doTERRA family in this guide. So I'm going to read to you. First paragraph. Congratulations. Your choice to engage in holistic, self-directed healthcare offers new possibilities for ways to live empowered in your daily life. doTERRA, gift of the earth, in Latin, provides you with nature's solutions so you can care for the whole you and enhance your physical, mental, and emotional health. As you personally experience the powerful benefits of essential oils, you will understand why doTERRA is revolutionizing the way families are boosting their health. Now, does that sound like a community you want to be a part of? Right? I'm leaning in. I'm salivating over that, right? Now, notice we dropped this idea there at the beginning of self-directed healthcare. Now we're taking the time. That's kind of a new term, right? But if you want to know where doTERRA is headed, and when we talk about disrupting healthcare, that's exactly what we mean. Just in case you're wondering, we're talking about self-directed, and we're talking about being a solutions provider in your home. Okay, so second paragraph, let's define that. Ready to discover self-directed healthcare? Envision a life where finding solutions is simple. With a reference guide and a box of doTERRA CPTG essential oils at your fingertips, you are prepared to address, and of course we wanted to say at least 80%, but legal got a hold of our language, so it says to address 80% of your health priorities. For those times when you need support from a specialist, partner with a practitioner who supports you in finding the best scientific and natural solutions. In other words, you have a choice. You have a choice in how you live in your home. You have a choice in who you partner with, which is a perfect introduction to the other page, where now we're going to bring detail to what we're inviting them to. So let's read that paragraph together. doTERRA's wellness lifestyle pyramid illustrates how wellness is a combination of lifestyle and healthcare. Now point that out to them. They need to see that the arrows change color and there's a line. The bottom 4 levels of the pyramid are lifestyle. The top 4 levels of the pyramid are healthcare. Okay, and that's a very, very important thing to note about what's our belief system in doTERRA. What's the gospel of wellness here? What are we teaching? Okay, so when lifestyle is the focus, health is naturally achieved and maintained. Your daily habits make all the difference. Daily habits. Did I hear that somewhere before? Right? That's what they're going to say themselves. I think I've heard somebody say that before. Right? Remember foreshadowing on our natural solutions class. As you live the principles of the wellness pyramid and use doTERRA's powerful products, you will experience new levels of wholeness. Now, a little quiz for you. What level of this pyramid do you think most people enter doTERRA? Where do you think they come in? Any guesses? Level 5, informed self-care. What are they thinking about? What did I want less of? What did I want more of? The kit they bought was probably a level 5 kit, right? The family essentials kit, the home essentials kit, the natural solutions kit. They were thinking about that head tension they don't want anymore. They were thinking about that occasional tummy upset they don't want anymore. They're thinking about that quality of sleep that they're yearning for. You get my drift, right? That's where they came in. If they only know that, that's all they know about their kit is it's a level 5 kit, where is it going to land in their home? It's going to land on the top shelf for a rainy day, for when life isn't going so well. What we want to show them is your products play in every aspect of your life. Now, this is a fun interactive moment where we've given them an opportunity, and you can pause here in your conversation during the lifestyle overview and invite them to rate themselves. This will be critical because it will draw them into the experience that they're about to have throughout the rest of this guide. And you'll see how critical that is. Again, our whole goal is for them to see themselves in this. This is about them. This is about them feeling empowered to have their own self-directed care, to live that empowered life that they dream of. So they need to see, again, where's my gaps so I can see how doTERRA can help me fill those gaps. And then, of course, we're introducing, and they may have some of these products. If they got a natural solutions kit, they're going to see themselves in it. If they didn't, they might find themselves wanting, and we're okay with that, right? So now, we're not going to try to teach them the whole kit and caboodle here. We're introducing them. So then let's start turning the page, and let's see what happens next. Okay? So now we start going level by level and giving them a tour of the doTERRA lifestyle. So level 1, eat right. Of course, we're not here to say just take our vitamins and eat whatever you want. We understand that emphasizing a high quality diet is part of teaching about being healthy. So there's mention of dietary notations along with showing them our basic nutritional products and our gut products, the things that help you break down and use food properly and eliminate it from the body successfully. Okay, next spread is about movement. The level 2 of the pyramid is called exercise. It's about moving well and gracefully and energetically. And here, weight might be an encumbrance to that kind of movement. So we have not only our deep blue line being exposed here for movement, we have our Mito2 Max product here for the acknowledgement of energy, because people need energy to move. And then also our Slim and Sassy line is beautifully introduced in this section. Okay, third level, rest and manage stress. This is our way of saying AKA emotional health, right, to manage stress. It's a great, again, where are these people coming from most often is this might be a new world to them. So we're using a language that they can relate to. Emotional health, right out of the gates on a pyramid might seem like a big claim. Oh, don't you go to your psychologist for that, right? They haven't maybe been introduced to the fact that simply by partnering with your own body chemistry, you can actually get at the helm of your emotional temperature. They haven't figured that out yet, right? So this is our way to start introducing that. And the pictures are so beautiful. Again, a picture speaks 1,000 words, and they're supposed to see themselves in this idea of having good sleep and some Zen moments in their life, right? Or being happy. And so beautiful place to start conversations about the products that we provide to support that aspect of their lifestyle. The next spread is about reducing toxic load. Once again, an area that lots of people are unfamiliar with about the fact that there is chemical exposure and we deserve to mitigate it. 1, internally, by doing routine cleanses for the body, and 2, by doing green cleaning, and 3, by using quality body products. And here in doTERRA, we can cover all of that. Now, in case people are thinking, I don't know how in the world I would fill up a 100 PV order every month. Well, let me see if I can help you out there, right? Like, do you buy laundry soap? Yep. Do you buy skincare? Yep. Do you buy lotion? Yep. Right? Pretty soon, well, just change the dollars. Same dollars, already spending the money, just move them on over and live a toxic-free life. Now, I want to give one more nod to this little booklet here, because I'm so excited about this. I was showing this off the other night at my house to a couple peeps. So they get this, remember, book in a box. This is the book. The very back of it, note to self, check out what they put here. Our detox program. The whole 30-day cleanse is right there. Every product, right? So what's this going to help you sell? There's that word again. It's going to help you sell them on their next experience. I recommend that the first month or so of somebody's membership experience is really best focused on building a foundation of wellness. And from that, you now can spring out and do other activities. A detox is a wonderful way to mitigate a myriad of symptoms, right, that we showed on our paragraph or our little upside down pyramid, because simply the body just gets to take out the trash, right? It just helps the body expedite the process of getting the trash out. And on the back cover is actually a check sheet. This is the literal program of checking off every day that you used your products and taking them through that month-long cleanse. So that's a super cool introduction. And it'd be good to pull that out or have them have it ready and show them that it's there. And again, help them see themselves in it, that in their future, like right now, let's just get you using what you have. Let's get started, but check this out. Now, in some of my trainings that I've done, like maybe an all-day training on the system just for you who are in training mode, we've had a lot of fun just camping here and having full-on conversations just about detoxing and talking about our products. So I want you to see all the possibilities of the guides, not only for the basic training of how am I going to use this with a new enrollment, but how can you also bring a higher level of learning and capacity to your team members, because you could just hone it. Do you realize that just one of these pages, just this page alone, is the grounds for an awesome continuing ed class? Just this page alone is grounds for a month-long, continuing ed or whatever, right? So just look at how the guide can be put to work for you. And not only could it be in this initial experience of introducing them to the lifestyle, but what if you had there an invitation for them about continuing to come back to weekly or monthly education, whatever you have set up, your frosting your way, and they can come back and continue to learn. Because it looks like a nice idea, right? Anybody think it's a nice idea looking at the pages? But they don't necessarily know how in the world that would look like in their everyday life. So that's an opportunity to bring more life to that. Okay, and then the fifth level of the pyramid is the informed self-care. And really that splits into two things. One is life's little happenings, right? Soccer game mishap, having that stuff on deck in your purse or whatever, backpack. And then, of course, there's just certain parts of the body where we want to target. Now, we were really strategic about what we chose to focus on that page. Is there any number of products that could have been selected to feature and speak to and point to when it comes to body system care? Like I could name a body system, and I have no doubt you could give me in a matter of 1 second at least 5 answers back. But I want you to look carefully at what products are there and what do you see. You see almost entirely our top 10 products. You see what they would have got in something as small as a family essentials kit. Because again, I want them to see themselves in what they have. That right there in your hot little hands and in that hot cabinet in your bathroom, you have solutions galore. And that they can work for you in a myriad of ways in your lifestyle. And so we're just helping them see themselves again, and we're helping them see the products in their life in a number of different ways. Now, just by way of reminder, I won't go back through my slides, but remember the last pyramid level is proactive medical care. And that was what we nodded to in that second paragraph when we said, when there's a time when it's outside your 80% got it handled at home mode, and you're maybe in the 20% want to go partner with a practitioner. It could be a chiropractor, massage therapist, a medical doctor. It doesn't matter, right? There's a myriad of practitioners that we partner with, and we bring them into level 6, which is partnering in our own care with a professional. We don't have a page to that, right? But I just want you to remember that there is that one more level. So this helps them see level 5, which again, is probably why they bought the kit in the first place. So now we lovingly call this the hamburger menu. It's like, you go to Burger King and it's like, what bread would you like? And which cheese? And what kind of topping? And what size meat patty? Right? So this is that idea of now pulling it all together in one place. A reminder, you rated yourself at the beginning. Remember, they rated themselves in the pyramid. They know where they're weighted. They know where their gaps are. And now we've summarized and enhanced every aspect of that portion of the pyramid so they can, again, quickly go in and start to sort out for themselves the kinds of things that they want to employ in their life to address that particular area of their lifestyle and their health care. Now, the final upper corner there is an opportunity. We had them do this in the Natural Solutions class. Jot down maybe some priorities, and it's good for them to revisit that, especially based on rating themselves with the pyramid. So there is an opportunity to jot it down there as they're looking at the page to help them focus on what are your top priorities for you and your family. And then once more, that can be brought over here and explored here on the top of the next page. And this is where we have for a long time called this our wellness consult. Now, this is not meant to be your job. Again, you're not the 24/7 hotline girl or guy. They call you any time of day. They got a book in a box. This is where, again, we're helping them see that they can become actively engaged in the process of making their products relevant to them. So first thing that might be useful is we provided you this page as a checkoff point. What products do you have? Let's go check off every item you got in your kit. So then we know what we're drawing from to build the plan. Now, they've written down their goals. Let's say one of the goals is weight loss, okay? They bought a family essentials kit. Is there anything in that kit that we would consider super weight loss oriented? Okay, lemon would be great for weight loss. What else? Something sassy, but it's not in that kit, right? Okay, so there's going to be some wanting, which is perfect because we're going to look at the goals. We're going to see what is their long-term goal, what do they want to have happen over time. We're going to start to employ the products that they already have in their daily plan. So lemon was a great answer. How can we put lemon to work for you in your daily program? Now, right here, it's vital that you understand, Allie will laugh about this. This is the conversation from page 3. Do you remember the pyramid? Do you remember we had an arrow coming out from every level saying, take lifelong vitality, use TerraZyme, etc. This is the tie-in to that, showing how that now looks in a daily plan. Do you remember the foreshadowing in the Natural Solutions class where we showed what does a day look like in the life of a user? We're bringing it all the way home here so they can put that to work for them in their life. We're showing them an example of what a daily plan looks like with those core products, because that really is, if you've been around as long as Justin and I have, he's a little older than I am, but not by much, in doTERRA. I'm definitely older than him in life. But if you've been around as long as we have, we would tell you that, if there were the moment, right, where we were raised as a tribe and we sat at the base of the tower of the king when he spoke, it was this, and his name was Dr. Hill. And the other guy that was right by his side was Rob Young, and we were well taught. And what we realized when we went back to put our new guides together is that knowledge had been lost to too many of the newer generations who had come into doTERRA. The Stevens are as old as we are, right? I see them nodding their heads. We've been at this for a long time, and the tie-in to our pyramid is huge. And helping people see, I need something for nutrition. I need something for movement. I need something for rest and emotional support. I need to be on top of my game on reducing toxic load. And helping people find themselves in that and using that instrument. So I just want you to see how the setup in the first spread of the Live Guide helps set them up for life to have, because they can now file. We all learn by association. And if it's just a bunch of random products that do a bunch of random things, they don't know how to put it all together into a story. But we've built the story for them here. So this, in fact, from the beginning of time in doTERRA, is the Dr. Hill daily habits. That's what we taught. The reason why we were rock stars at getting people on LRP is because we taught that emphatically. We made sure people understood this is how you get your best start. You use lifelong vitality. So no matter what kit they bought, if they had Natural Solutions, they could get right to work. If they bought Family Essentials or Home Essentials, well, they got a gap. So we're going to write it right down here, and we're building out that 90-day loyalty rewards program. Do you remember how our class page was a funnel page, and we earned the right to talk about doTERRA? In this guide, we've earned the right to talk about loyalty rewards. We've met them where they are. We've helped them see themselves. We're helping them employ the product that they already have because we don't want them to buy anything that isn't, that they don't know how to use. And now that they see themselves in it, they've written down their goals. They know how to employ what they have. They can see what they need. They've helped, start to build out their 90-day program. Now's the time to go reintroduce. Remember, they've already heard it once before in our class, to reintroduce them to how to put their membership to work for them. This is our maximize your membership conversation. Now, if you started here, how would that feel to that new person? Hey, how soon can I get you to order again? Because my commission check can't come fast enough. That's the spirit of that moment, right? And instead, I'm here to support you in changing your life. And part of that then is to be the best purchaser that you can. Now that we've given you reason to continue, let's make sure you know how to do it well. And so we have that conversation. The last nod inside the guide is, and by the way, let's make sure you know how to use these things successfully. So some really, really hot tips. I like that they're last because I want that to be fresh on their mind. I want them to have that confidence and sense of how to put these products to work for them and to have those last tips there. The final page is, again, helping them see the resources and the community that they belong to and helping them understand that there's all kind of support to wrap its arms around them and give them a hug and help them be successful at this thing called the doTERRA lifestyle. And of course, filling that in or having them fill it in with the pertinent numbers that are team specific are why there's blank lines. And then of course, giving them a nod to some of the most important programs that doTERRA has set up. Our Empowered Life series, this is critical. This is continuing ed on steroids. This is done by all presidential diamonds and blue diamonds in the company, teaching how to do what we do. Amazing. We have our daily drop app, which is incredible. You can actually take a test in there on the app and slide little bars on where you are emotionally, and it'll tell you what emotional oil is the most important one for you. It's so cool, right? And then we have our magazine, which they may or may have already gotten for free from you. They want to know how to use it, and then you're recommending your favorite reference guide or reference app to make sure, again, they have a book in a box, and they feel totally empowered on how to live this lifestyle. We're good? Great, okay.